Our name is Muser Management, and we are looking to be the future of connecting musicians. Our team consists of 5 either previous or current musicians, all striving to make life easier for up-and-coming bands. Each person in our group has played an instrument or currently is and can personally speak into the lives and struggles of our target demographic. In this presentation, we will present our customer's problem, the Muser solution, our market research and financials, our marketing strategies, and our minimal viable product.
In 1991, rock band Def Leppard lost their lead guitarist and needed to find someone new. Finding the right bandmate would be crucial to their success in the future. Eventually, they ended up performing over 100 shows in the US and Canada for millions of fans in just 1 year. None of this would have been possible without finding their new guitarist. In Queen's early years, their lead singer walked out on them to pursue a solo career. By dumb luck, Freddie Mercury saw them and practically forced his way into the band. Queen ended up becoming one of the most successful bands ever. Again, this success could be attributed to entirely to luck, something that is not needed by the use of our app, which allows for users to create successful bands all across the world. The process of finding the right bandmate or the right band frustrated 83% of the people we interviewed. In the past, our target customers had only used word of mouth to look for new bandmates or to gain popularity. This wasn't working. These musicians couldn't find the right bandmates and also struggled booking venues. Problems like these lead to 91% of musicians being unnoticed and only 1.1% of musicians becoming mainstream and widespread. The main problem in the music community is many musicians have problems connecting with each other, and venues often find it time-consuming and difficult to find bands for the night efficiently and effectively. Thus, the Muser Management app is a matchmaking service that allows for musicians to come in contact with one another, as well as coming into contact with venues to play at. We are looking to help current musicians create their own successful stories like Queen and Def Leppard. Our app works similarly to Tinder, allowing users to see the profiles of other users and being able to press a green check or a red X to either show interest or pass on the given user. When 2 users both press the green check mark, they will be notified and they will be matched together so they can start messaging. While Tinder is for dating, our app focuses entirely on playing music and finding people to play with. We can create a match for one-time fill, a lifelong band member, or even a location to play for your next gig.
We conducted many interviews in our target demographic, and most importantly, in high schoolers, which is our target audience. From this, we figured out pricing and services that we will offer on our app. For example, these people might only be able to work with what they can find, such as their friends or immediate family members when creating a band. Along with this, we also interviewed McGonagall's, a pub in downtown Barrington, who offers live music. They found that they don't have a hard time finding musicians, but rather filtering out these musicians. For example, they could be looking for a rock band to work with, but have to filter through country singers, jazz bands, or even reggae bands to play at their location. On the flip side, musicians aren't guaranteed to play after the long process of going through websites, in-person interviews, or even emails to play at venues that they want. We also found that some roles when creating bands are more desired than others. For example, there could be lead guitars that are very demanded in bands and not enough supply of them. Or on the flip side, there could be a lot of bass guitarists and not enough needed in bands. Our total possible revenue is $1.2 billion, coming from $2.99 per month at a cost to the user, over 33 million possible users. Our year 1 projected revenue and statistics is a little over 2,000 users, a little over $6,000 in revenue, and a tiny market penetration. This means that quite possibly the sky's the limit when it comes to where we could go and how many people we could get on this service. We have a 10% attrition rate, meaning that over the course of the year, throughout the months, we'll lose 10% of the total possible users just due to the fact that they might not want to use our app. Our competition is Vamper and Musicians Connect. They both offer matchmaking and connectivity, but really fall short in the fact that users have to do the majority of the legwork when it comes to finding matches and creating connections.
The total cost of our marketing will be $750, and this is the amount that we will be asking for. The bulk of our costs lie in Instagram and radio ads. The target audience for our app is musicians aged 18 to 30, and for this reason, we want to market to them through Instagram and radio ads. We are going to begin by posting through our own Instagram account and then progress into paid ads. We also want our app to be presented on college campus radio stations. In addition to these options, we would like to print our own flyers and have them put up in music stores like the Chicago Music Exchange in downtown Chicago and around our school. In order to provide a customer base on our app, we are going to invite as many people as possible that we personally know to join the app. We are hoping that this customer base makes our app more enticing for potential users. For Instagram, an ad costs $6.70 per 1,000 impressions. To reach our goal of 100,000 impressions, we will have to spend roughly $670. If our impression numbers come up short, we're going to repurpose the money towards college campus radio ads. Our per unit price is incredibly low at only 7 cents per unit. 1 unit is the ability of a user to match with another musician, band, or possible venue. Our low cost of goods comes from only having credit card fees as our cost to allow a user to use the app. Due to having such low cost of goods, our margin is incredibly high at 97.8% return, allowing for very high profit per unit sold. For the next 3 months, we plan on running these advertisements and collecting data. We will conclude percentages based off our impressions and the number of users that join our app.
Next is our minimum viable product, which tests consumer risk of our product. It functions similarly to how our intended app will work, but at a more basic and bare bones level. Our form of currency for this product will be the number of users who join in order to gain real data and information about our customers. The user will sign up through our landing page. Signing up gives the website visitor the code to join our Wix mobile app. Next, they take the code and join the Muser management group through that same Wix app. That app offers a mobile accessibility that we would like our final product to provide, as well as being able to find musicians and venues through the group function. The name and the number of musician is at the top. The musicians would first enter their position or what role they would play in, such as guitarist or lead singer. The musicians would also enter a rough estimate of how much experience they've had with the instrument. Lastly, they would enter the location to be able to play with people near them. The band can also see whether the musician is interested in shows, practice, or a permanent or more temporary role. They can also attach a video or audition tape for the band to view. After, the band can click yes or no whether they are interested or not. The next picture shows what the band will see when viewing a possible venue to perform at. First, the venue name and address will show up at the top. If the venue has a preferred genre of music, it will appear next. The band can also see the preferred length of the performance of the venue, as well as the preferred number of members in the band. The city of the venue and average audience size can also be entered by the venue. Lastly, dress code can also be written in by the venue. Overall, the more specific information, the better and more accurate the matches will be. This all leads to an unprecedented level of connection and collaboration not otherwise seen in the music industry today. We will take feedback from users within this group to improve any features that users find inefficient or hard to use.
In summary, we will be asking for $750 to cover our marketing costs and work on our app development. We are Muser Management, and we are the matchmaking and communication app for bandmates. Thank you for your time, and we hope you see the potential in our company as much as we do.